Hello and welcome to Sanna Nix. I'm Sanna. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, welcome back to another episode of me creating my forever island in Animal Crossing New Horizons. In today's video, I will be aiming to get this island to 3 stars. And I am also having my first look upon the new 3.0 update. To my understanding, I need my island to be at least 3 stars before everything kicks in, so the hotel decorating will have to wait a bit longer. The first thing I tried out was this side hop thing. You just have to press and hold the L button. I think this will be amazing with terraforming and even measuring out distances when planning where different houses and builds are going. I messed up the money trees. I didn't play for a couple of days and I didn't time travel, unfortunately. And by the way, I think this will be such a long and dragged out process if I actually play this game the intended way. My goal is at least to get to 3 stars without going to treasure islands. After that, I want to focus on decorating and turning this, at the moment, rather boring island into something magical. But I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to set some boundaries and rules of what I'm allowed to get from treasure islands to make it a little bit more interesting. One thing that definitely should be one of the rules for my treasure island visits is that I'm not allowed to pick crossbred flowers, only the ordinary colored ones, and only one of each. In that way, I will have to tend to all my flowers to get them to sprout and spread. It will also help me with earning miles. Or maybe this rule should be no flowers at all from treasure islands. I will just have to get them from Leif, since he is here today. So what I did was I bought a lot of flowers and a lot of crops and planted them all over the island. With this I really overdid it, but I know that you'll have to get a lot of flowers before your island can reach 3 stars. DIY benches and kitchens can now use materials and ingredients in your home storage. Stored item cannot be used while on another island. That's fair. Any materials and ingredients in your pockets will be used first, before those in your home storage. That's amazing. That's so great. That's such a great aspect of this. Oh my god, this makes crafting so much easier. I'm actually so glad that I started over. DIY benches can now use customization kits directly from your home storage. However, customization kits can't be used from afar when you're visiting other islands. Kits in your pockets will be used first, over kits at home. Oh my god, I'm so happy about this. This will be amazing. At this time I checked my island evaluations, and as you can see, we only have 1 star. Here I placed a plot for an upcoming villager, and I spoke of having Minoru join us right here. And I am super excited to have Minoru and Tulin join us on this island. As I have said before, I absolutely love the Legend of Zelda series, and I want to incorporate some of that into my design. And I also think that Minoru is such a perfect fit for what I have in mind. Tulin, on the other hand, doesn't really have a given place or purpose for this island. But maybe his outdoorsy aesthetic might fit just right somewhere on this island. Maybe on top of a cliff for the sake of staying true to his character. I already have a bunch of Zelda amiibos, and I am so grateful to the developers for making it possible to get the Zelda items as well as Minoru and Tulin as campers, simply by owning and using basically any of the Zelda amiibos. Oh, this is so exciting. I have never used an amiibo for inviting villagers before, so let me tell you how disappointed I was when I learned that you had to invite the same character on 3 different days for them to accept your invitation. Since I do time travel when I'm a few days behind, I sped through those 3 days, and now I feel like I wasted so much time. But the game isn't going anywhere soon, and neither am I, so I will just have to take whatever time needed. Meanwhile, I went to the Nook Stop shopping to see if I could purchase any of the new Zelda items. And since I already put out a plot for Minoru, and since she won't move here until later, I thought I'd use some miles for villager hunting. I didn't want to spend all of my miles, so therefore I didn't really end up with a villager that I really wanted. Nope. No. This is like the exactly same island. If it's that bird again, I am going to scream. Well, ham-free. That's right. As you heard, I wasn't so stoked about having ham-free living on my island, but I didn't want to spend any more miles to get another villager. On the next day, I had my first look upon the new Zelda items that I bought through Nook shopping. Oh my god, this is so stressful. I need to put him back to sleep. This is amazing. I absolutely adore this. It looks so good as well. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is so beautiful. I need a lot of these. You can't walk through them. That's kind of sad. I wish they behaved as regular flowers. But I guess that's just a price you have to pay. I still had only 1 star for my island and invited Minoru once more. I also put down a plot for her, but this was before I learned that it took 3 days for her to move in. Either way, I started by placing an incline, since you'll have to upgrade your infrastructure as well for the 3-star rating. The next day I went to check out the plot that I chose for Minoru, and to my disappointment I saw that it had already been autofilled. That's just my luck. So I went and bought another piece of land and invited Minoru once more. And now she finally decided that she should move on to Nixoria. I just wanted to show you this. Now we're finally playing on the Switch 2 edition. I forgot to upgrade right from the start. And with that we can buy ourselves the megaphone. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm sure it will come in handy. And I was very glad to see that the donation box was finally the hot item of the day. I had saved up a bunch and had already donated 99,000 bells to the donation box. And with it being the hot item of the day, it sold for double. This is such a hack for earning bells. I just kept on deposit bells to the donation boxes and eventually filled up all 5 of them. The downside to it is that you can only deposit 1,000 bells at a time, so it's such a drag. I was so surprised to see that my island was already at 3 stars. I really didn't think that would be the case for this day of playing. I guess it's all the flowers that I planted. I was planning to do some decorating, but I decided to wait until I get the terraforming and waterscaping tools. So I went on with inviting Tooling to the campsite. Even though he's not the exact fit for the island, I really want him, just because it's him. Now it's finally time to get this island some personality. Here I am making the design for the island flag. As of right now, it will have to be the crest of the Chica. I couldn't come up with anything else for the moment, so a bit more of Zelda will just have to do. Even the island tune became Zelda themed. I just couldn't help myself at this moment. With the terraforming and waterscaping tools, I decided it was time to start decorating and designing. I began removing flowers and shrubs so that it wouldn't be in the way. With the 3.0 update, you can even put flowers, shrubs and trees in your home storage, and I am incredibly happy about that. I usually start by terraforming and decorating around the airport up to the plaza, so that's just what I'm doing this time around as well. And as you can see, I am not making use of the new side hopping function while terraforming. I am just so accustomed to the old way of doing it, but I think that I will get the hang of it eventually. I just love the idea of having a diagonal bridge to connect the airport to the plaza, so here I am making that happen. I feel it fits well with a foresty kind of entrance to the island, which will also go well together with my soon magical dark fairy core island. Since I sold my donation boxes earlier, I definitely had enough bells to pay off the bridge right away. Before this, I had been to the Paradise Planning Island, which is from the DLC, so I had already picked some glowing moss and vines to decorate with. I am sure this island will have a lot of glowing moss items, and I am pretty excited about that. I haven't really used those items before, so it will be very cool to see what I can make with those. As of right now, it's very simple looking, because I haven't really gotten any DIYs for those items yet. I am not that creative with terraforming. I haven't really accomplished something grand or outstanding before, but I don't think that matters. I tried out some things and made a couple of small waterfalls to bring some sort of magic to this rather plain landscape. I think it looks very nice when you fill out small spaces with either grass, flowers, bushes and even trees. And it's very convenient for me right now as well, as I don't really have many items to decorate with. Sometimes I feel like filling out the smallest spaces doesn't really matter, especially when it's not really in sight. But it feels good knowing that it's not empty. I knew I couldn't leave without placing some items. The log stakes is one of my go-to items. I think they look good in so many different places and it goes well with many different aesthetics. I am also so happy that I managed to breed a purple mum. I am hoping to get a lot of purple flowers and different kinds as well. I think it will bring a whole lot to this island. I'm finishing off this build with making some more waterfalls, connecting the water through the cliffs. I feel that the waterfalls brings a lot of dimension to this area, and I do actually think this made a pretty scenery. And I am glad that I am finally getting somewhere with designing. I know I have basically the whole island left to do, but it always feels so nice to see things coming together piece by piece. Here we are trying out some camera filters. I am really glad how this turned out so far. This will have to be it for this video. If you are interested in some of the things that I did between this video and the one before, I have that posted on my TikTok and Instagram account. Links are down below. In the next video, I will probably be talking about how I will go about traveling to Treasure Islands, and we will have Tulin moving here as well, and I am really excited about that. Most likely I will focus solely on one aspect, like decorating and terraforming by the plaza, for an example. Thank you so much for watching till the end. See you in the next video. Bye bye!